Hello. Good evening. Welcome
you
to
doing,
That
you
Mill
belly?
podcast, Friday Night Live.
Why
Sorry,
we're not?
Mickey. 8 o'clock, we go live on the
Oh,
dot.
you're a cock.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. We're keeping it all to a realness here. Hello, everyone, and hello to Mickey. He didn't want to go live just yet, so good evening, Mickey. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Good evening. Welcome to the chat. There's fucking loads of you in there tonight, mate.
Let's say
Loads
hello.
of you in there early,
You keep
mate.
doing what you're doing, and I'll say hello, mate. How about
No, I'm
that?
all
So,
right,
hello.
mate. I'm all right. I'm trying to
Hello
sort us out guests for the show, mate. You know, and tapping up on my Swedish and my French. So
Hello.
yeah.
Hello to Dan Riggs. Hello to Born Free Die Free. Evening, Uzgan. How you doing? Evening, gang. Mickey's going to struggle with name pronunciations tonight. You are not wrong, Uzgan. Just call him the Swedish one and
Hey,
call
listen,
him the French
hang
one.
on. Here's one, right? So tonight, right, there's an interview. I've got an interview what's going to go in a little while, right, from a lovely woman called Katie, who's the CEO of a charity called Pledge Ball, and we're talking about that. And I'd done the edit earlier, and I didn't pick it up when I'd done the show, when I'd done the interview, but listening back, get towards the end, and I went, it's really simple to sign up, and for somehow I've gone, it's really simple, like literally I've said another word completely what isn't the same. But yeah, good evening, Philip Woody from Memphis.
Okay, well, you're still my mojo here. It's my moment whilst you're doing what you're doing. Good evening to Andrew
Oh.
Cahill. Good evening to B Lion. Hello to Dave Millwall. Dean Bennett. Daniel Barnett. Mark Folds. Chris Brown. Leslie. Hello, mate. Hope you're good. And evening to Connor. Dave W. Andrew Roberts. Not the real Andy Roberts. And yeah, evening to Darren Swan. Evening to Colin Taylor. Evening to Mark Lindsay. Rob T. Go on.
I just want to say something, right? And where numbers are probably going to be high tonight because we're playing Wrexham, and you know that we've got the American audience joining us. Hello, probably to American audience, but yeah. Listen, there's over 100 of you already in near enough watching on YouTube. Kim, and we've got 15 likes. Can we just, before we carry on, press like, or else we won't carry on. Your mic's gone again.
I've got to mute myself whilst you're talking, mate. Don't worry, I'm not doing you then, mate. Paul Edmead, Rob T. I am Millwall. Evening. Philip Woody from Memphis, as Mickey said. Andy Roberts, the real one. BT, hello. Are you all right? Stephen Bevan and Ellie120. Hi, both. Love your podcast. My first year as a season. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you for your comment. New commenter. I didn't see your name before. So, yeah, if you're new around here, say hello to the chat. We don't bite. I mean, Mickey's just being Mickey and he's just being an old git. And yeah, aside from that, everything's all good. Mickey, I'm going to run the intro. There's so many people saying hello. I'm going to run the intro and then you can introduce the show.
You're going to take that off the screen or are you going to keep that in?
I might just leave it in to piss you off. But yeah, we're going to run the intro, guys. I said hello to you all. And then we're going to then come back with Mickey leading us away to talk about all things Wrexham tomorrow. And also probably talk a bit about the cup.
Language you don't usually hear on television. Millwall in London's Dockland.
No one likes it, but we don't care. We're that Millwall podcast. Loud every Friday night right here. Legends like Jimmy and Abdul take a share in the kitchen or two. Super Neil Harris a fucking legend too. Through the good times and the strife, we support the Lions all our life. This ain't no place for fancy feet. This is fucking Millwall through and through, located on our very own John Pennison way. Let them all come, let them have their say. Millwall till we die. With that Millwall podcast, loud every Friday night right here.
There we go. That silent bit is because Omar fucking don't do his job properly and he wants to get involved and he don't. Anyway, good evening and welcome to your number one live Millwall podcast. There's no egos, no bullshit. It's just us talking bollocks for the next hour and a bit. And you guys participate pure and simply to make sure that we carry on and we get to an end. Good evening, Bobby. Good evening, everybody else. Hope you're well. So then, we're going to go into talking about Wrexham. We're going to talk about the Cup. We're going to talk about few names of players floating around. The rumours that Leicester look like they're going to be cunts. Other than that, yeah, it's it's going to be a great show. So, yeah, let's start with Tuesday night. We done a live on Sunday, and we do a live again this Sunday for your post-match debrief. But I think we were sort of cacking it a little bit, thinking that we were going to get spanked potentially, because obviously Coventry are coming back of 5-3 and a 7-1. On the Saturday before they beat QPR 7-1. And yeah, we went into that game thinking it could be a bit lively. We could be a bit in trouble here. But it didn't go the way that Lampard wanted it to go, did it?
No.
And, if you're a Coventry fan and you're watching, which some of you do, you can't deny, mate, that Lampard really, really tried to win that game. At the beginning, it was sort of like a younger team. And by the end of it, you were throwing on everyone and anyone. I mean, realistically, if you could have got away with it, I would have thought that Lampard would have fucking got his boots on and come on. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, look, both sides highlight of the Carabao Cup in the early stages is plenty of changes and a lot's going. The importance of the game was very far and few between. Are you going to read that comment out and interrupt me, Mickey? Feel free to do so.
No, I was just putting it up so we knew that we paid attention to him and people on Twitter knew that we'd done it. And also it just throws you like you did at the beginning when I didn't expect to be going live, mate. So I was in the middle of still trying to talk to a couple of journalists and then you're just going live. And at first I didn't think you were live and I was going to be calling you all sorts of names. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh dear, we are live. So yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So lots of changes. I think, look, all you can do is come away from that and say, credit to the youngsters that played for us. It showed a bit of resilience in the squad. I too kind of didn't know what to expect Tuesday night. I did think Coventry made lots of changes too, so I did listen to your show Sunday, but I didn't think we'd get spanked. But obviously on the back of a 7-1 win, you do fear the worst a little bit, I suppose. But even then you look through their squad, we've made changes, but they still got Ellis Sims in there who's cost 5 to 7 million quid. Thomas Asante is a good player. Obviously, Matt Grimes played, who's a very solid player at the championship level. And you can look through their team and you see a lot of, decent championship players that would do a turn for us, if I'm honest. But look, I think it's more about us. We don't really care about the opposition here. And I will say I was very impressed with a lot of the youngsters. Howland, obviously playing the full 90 minutes. Credit to where it's due. Kamal Grant scoring his first goal in a competitive scene for Millwall. Great header. And I thought he played very well alongside Tristan Crammer, who just marshalled him through the game and really led as example. And obviously in a week where we've lost our best defender in the last year and a half, in came Crammer into the centre-half position the last 2 games, and he's done what Tristan Crammer does and played left side centre-half Tuesday night and was probably the best player on the pitch. Captain Joe Bryan was an interesting one, I've got to say. Wearing the armband, but look, I think everyone came out with credit in our side, and even Amaku, aside from the fact that he can't cross ball with his left foot, I have to say afterwards, I was very impressed with his performance as well, mate. But yeah, what did you make of it, Mickey?
I thought it was good. I thought the youngsters, I felt, including with the press conference, I should have really loaded that up. We could have probably played that out sound-wise, maybe. I might do it in a bit. Stay to the end. I think Alex Neil gave the youth, just said, look, it don't matter. Just go out there, have fun, go out there and do. We practice. We know what we got to do. Go out there, do it, and off you go. And they took the ball. We've moaned for which I've moaned about Dan Kelly and stuff, and said, he gets opportunities and he doesn't take them. And on Tuesday, I think Grant took an opportunity. I also want to, Crammer needs as much recognition there, because he was playing in a different position we've not seen him play, but he literally coached Grant all the way through that game. It was as if it was like, a one-on-one training session for 90 minutes with a player who's not much older than him, but he seems to be so senior and so mature in his age. Crammer, it's unreal. I think Dan Kelly, we can see what the club looked at in him. I think we can see that that's coming through. And hopefully that will just get bigger and bigger. and they get more and more confident. We didn't miss Tango.
Let's judge it tomorrow if we miss Tanganga.
But I think we didn't miss him, and I think that's the bit. But sorry, one sec. Look, listen, fella. As long as you turn up at Millwall and you take it in what we do, we couldn't give a shit what you are, where you're from, or anything else when you walk through the gates of Millwall. Just don't come in wearing the fucking West Ham shirt or someone else's shirt.
Or dressed as a Deadpool or Wrexham top.
No, he's not coming to this. He's not coming to this. He's coming to Watford. So listen, you're good as gold. If you're a Watford fan, you're not a Millwall fan. Don't wear Watford colours in the home end because you'll be going home with more than you come with. But other than that, we're good as gold, mate. We don't listen. Forget what you read about Millwall. Millwall is the best club in the league, mate. We're the best club in the country, and you leave Millwall with being friends, mate. If you see him round near the blue bus, you'll see one of us lot round near the blue bus, and just buy us a pint, mate, and you'll be good all day long. No problem at all.
You'll be safe with us, and I'll buy you a pint back. No, I think just finish up on Tuesday because I think we're here to talk about transfers. It's starting to ramp up, and we'll probably do a live on Monday night, maybe, mate. I mean, it's starting to get closer and closer to that. But
I reckon we should do it parked outside the fucking training ground.
I'm not. Okay. I mean, I don't want to sit in a car with you outside the training ground, to be honest, mate. But yeah, I think Crammer was very good, like I mentioned. Kelly got 90 minutes. That's a positive for him, like you mentioned. And Massimo Luongo got a goal. You know what? Luongo last Saturday, I didn't come on the show Sunday, but also Tuesday night, what a signing he is.
Good,
I think. Yeah, he's very good for a free transfer. Obviously, he's going to have to play a lot more with Billy Mitchell's injury. But yeah, I think just positives all around the park, mate. And even this bit looked okay. Did he score one? He got disallowed, I feel like, in the first half.
He did, yeah. It was offside, wasn't it?
But yeah, look, we're through to the next round of the cup. We're playing some mob in Surrey again. And let's go. Let's go.
Do you know what? There's a couple in here about the blue bus and all that. I think realistically, we should start taking over the blue bus area. I think that should be that Millwall podcast fan base and fans. And, we'll look at getting a banner done and it'll just be like, we just put it up around there saying Millwall podcast fan zone. Do you know what I mean? We just take it over.
I'll tell you what, on a match day, and I've said this multiple times on there, but also to everyone else, like the match day experience is so much better. I took my dad Tuesday night, got down to the Den for about 6, 7 o'clock, stood outside. Obviously, the game was delayed by 15 minutes and had a couple of beers outside. It was lovely. There you go. Mickey with the purple deals outside the training ground, just like that famous Sky Sports scene back in the day.
That's it.
But yeah, mate, come on, move on. Let's go on to the talk.
Let's go on to transfers to a degree. Stephen Lloyd, Nesbitt going back to Aberdeen is bollocks. There's Aberdeen reporters reporting it right now. Currently, they've not put any offers in. So yeah, don't believe everything you read in the paper,
allegedly.
Allegedly, some of them. Yeah. But according to a couple of journos, especially from Aberdeen way, there's nothing, and there's stuff what people are posting about their chairman or whatever saying that Nesbitt's going to be their player on Monday or something. It's all done and it'll be announced on Monday. Allegedly, no one knows where that's come from. So yeah, we'll see. You need accreditation. We don't need accreditation, mate. We're fucking Millwall.
I agree with B. Like Mill Podcast Blue Bus Special. It does sound very special, though. I will say that Blue Bus.
Maybe we need to do it after a game.
But no, I remember as a kid, you see the blue buses in Lewisham going around. so like, listen, but like, no, I do like the idea. Obviously, it's always nice to bump into people, and I always do encourage people to come up to me and say hello because it's great to talk about football, and I do this because I love to talk about Millwall. So I also like to do it in person once I've had a beer. So you're more than welcome to come and have a beer with me. So that's swear to blue bus. Yeah, well, Chris, I'm always there every game, and I don't see you, so just saying. But yeah, look, this bit, I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it, mate? I don't think he moves on if we get a striker in, though, mate. Don't you?
I don't know who's going to take him, to be honest, mate. I think his agent and the old people here, mate, gave him a fucking superb deal, and I think we got stitched up. But it's who's going to take him on his wages or the money, what potentially we want. So. Yeah, I don't know. I think Aberdeen, I do agree with Daily Mail. I do think Aberdeen will probably be the team for it, but I just don't think they've got the money. So they're trying to. I think what they're trying to do is drag out. But as far as I'm led to believe, I think he's still got 2 years left on his. He's got this year and next year. I think he's still got 2 years left on his contract. So, you know, I think we're in the position of, you know, don't really matter. And I think the money is on. He's probably happy to.
Well, he's not going to probably rip up his contract.
21s. No, he's probably happy to play there. So yeah.
They say he's only got 1 year left on his deal, but then you also hear there's 2 years left on his deal. So I mean, it just depends. Obviously, how long he's got left on his contract. To be honest, I think if it's 1 year left, you can see a settlement being come to. But if it's 2 years left, there's no chance a player would rip up their contract with 2 years left on it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So I think he's obviously in a position where he's not in the need to go anywhere this bit. Obviously, for his sake of his career, he probably wants to be out playing again. I can see another loan move to Aberdeen if he's got more than a year left on his contract, to be honest. And it's in our interests to have him play in and not just sitting there rotting away on the bench or in the reserves, to be honest, Mickey. I mean, Macaulay Langstaff's injured, isn't he, again, mate? I mean, I don't know what's the latest on that one. Could he be a departure if we sign this Arabi? Maybe.
You might see him on the pitch tomorrow, maybe. You don't know, do you?
Yeah, you don't know. No.
So, you know, it is what it is. So, you know.
It is what it is. Drink, everyone. Drink.
It is. That's it. Yeah, drink. Are we going to do player transfers now? Are we going to come back to them and we'll talk about? We do player transfers now.
We could talk about the one that's actually come in already. We could talk about the one that's already come in.
You mean the one what we talked about a week and a half ago? Didn't it 2 weeks ago we talked about it, and now it's come in. Yet there's other people who are trying to grab exclusives on it, but yeah, we knew.
I have no idea who's
our Mystic Ball, mate. We were there, so yeah, we knew. Caleb Taylor is a Millwall player. Our new keeper, by the way, looks like he should be a fucking a character in Vikings, doesn't he?
He's got a solid beard. I approve of the beard game, and you approve of the baldness. So I mean, hey, it's a winner. Everyone's happy. If you merge us two together, mate, you might get Joel Coleman. How about
that? There you go. That's it. We are going to start the Joe Coleman fucking fan club. There we go. Yeah.
We might sponsor his shirt, mate, as well. I think at this rate. Yeah. But no, I'm really pleased with the signing of Caleb Taylor. It is an element of an unknown, because obviously he's played in the League One and done very well for Wycombe. What's interesting is when you read online, West Brom fans are like, not sorry to see him go. He didn't ever get into our team. And he's gone through multiple managers and it's never worked out for him. So it tells the story. But then when you look around at other clubs, like the Wycombe's fans, they're like, what a sign him. He's a very good player. He's been immense for us. He's definitely capable and ready to jump up to the Championship. And I'm glad he's getting his opportunity. All the best to him. So it's always different. I mean, look, ultimately, what it's going to come down to is how he performs for us once he gets his opportunity. Is he left-footed? Is he right-footed? You read online so many different reports, but I think he's a right-footed centre-half when I've seen him dribble the ball. But he's very capable of his left foot. So, look, he seems like he's a dependable option to play on the left side centre-half or right side centre-half, Mickey. And he's obviously that profile, 22 years of age, turns 23 in January. Only good people born in January as well. So, yeah, good luck to him.
Best people are born in September, mate. But yeah, there we go.
Some people turn 50. There's a guy, should we embarrass Mickey? He turns 50 next week, chat. So I think we should get some happy birthday Mickeys. I
won't be on the show.
Because he won't be on the show next week. I think everyone should wish Mickey a happy 50th birthday.
I might be. I'll be on Monday and Tuesday. I'll be on the live this week. But yeah, Friday won't be. But yeah, I am tempted to sit there and maybe look at. We should have just done it. We should have just maybe got a room at the Den for the end of September, mate, and done Mickey's 50th birthday bash and tried to blag who we could get in there. We could do it, but I don't know. We need to sell a minimum number of tickets, and I don't know whether or not we would. Would you do it really to come? I mean, if we had big names there, then yeah. But if we had only, me and you and the other lads talking bollocks for a couple of hours, I don't know if people would want to turn up and pay the entrance fee. Do you know what I mean? To cover it and all that. But yeah, if we were to put on a night, would you come to it? So yeah, we'd.
But he still looks 30 from the forehead down from Beeline. What we got?
Remember, you opened this. Remember the video what I sent you earlier. That might just so happen to come on for the outro video. Do you know what I mean? Or
no idea about
the video I sent. Have you not seen it?
No, I don't do this to me, mate. All right now, let's get towards the end of the show if you want to. If you really must.
No, I'm just saying. But, yeah.
People wish you happy birthday, mate. Look, you see, you've got tough paper round from Gaza, which is my highlight comment. And then Andrew Roberts, happy 50th, Mickey. You see, people wishing you a happy birthday for next week, mate.
Debs, your cup will go in the post tomorrow, so you'll get it on Monday.
They've said that every week for the last 3 weeks.
No, she didn't. She didn't give me her address till Thursday, so yeah.
But yeah, what's your thoughts on Caleb Taylor, mate? We've obviously long pursued him. Yeah, I think is it a success to Jake Cooper in the long run, Mickey?
It's got to be potentially, isn't it? I would say that, yeah, but in the meantime, I think he's going to do a job, and you can ease him in. I think it's going to be slowly, but yeah, fucking thought Mickey was retired, you cheeky fucker.
Do you think Caleb Taylor would have signed? Like, he's not, obviously he's come to us and we've shown intent for him. He's 22, but like he's left West Brom. Obviously, they don't really want him, not right at the moment anyway. I don't think he's ready to jump into their first team. They're about to sign Chris Mepham from Sunderland. You could argue he's not going to get straight into our team either. Like,
maybe the fact that we promised him long term. Maybe he sees youngsters get developed and get re-brought up.
Yeah. Great point, Mickey. I like that. It's true.
So yeah. It could be what we were saying though, wasn't it? The way we've changed will increase other things. But I mean, I don't think we've ever had an issue with attracting players. I think it's now we've got everything about us going the right direction. We can show people the pathway. We can show the academy players. We can show youngsters coming in. So yeah, no, I think it's all good. I think it's
wasn't it like really 26 million profit in the last 3 windows or something, right? I see that keep getting banded about online the other day. I mean,
I think it's more than that. I think it's about 33 million now, because you had 17. So work it out. You had 17 from SA, 7 from Fleming. So there's 24.
I think it was 15, 16 for SA. Don't know. I don't know. Again, not really savvy to these numbers, but it always seems to get out.
But then you're looking at, say, I don't know, between 7 and 9 for Tango. So you're looking at there's 31, and then taking the little ones. So the likes of Alex Mitchell, that was 300 grand, wasn't it, and some other bits and pieces in between. So you're looking close to 35 million, roughly, I suppose, by the time you look at other bits and pieces, and you suddenly look at it and you go, "What have we actually spent? Probably less than 10." So
I don't know.
If we ever made that much money.
We probably spent 3 million on Negley. We spent potentially 3 to 5 on Coburn. We've probably spent. There is some money spent in that squad, mate. I mean, Tristan Crammer is a bit of an unknown. How much we actually spent on him? I mean, there's always people allegedly saying that, like, he's obviously part of the Josh Stevenson deal, but that's been said about online. But I mean, if that's what it was, just say a swap deal for the two. I don't know. I mean, that's a masterstroke. That's the best bit of business out of all of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's what a Brentford fan does a show in a journal. He reckons that literally we got the better end of the bargain there. They took on an unproven player who they don't know where he's going to be, when he's going to be, and we've got a player what's sort of known, but they didn't rate him. Hence why the deal was done. It was sort of like, and I think to be fair, I think it's another masterstroke by Gallen. As much as people cunted him, I think he's showing his worth now.
But you know what it is though, Mickey, as well? And obviously Doughty for 3 million quid, as GC London just said there. But I think there is some truth to the fact that, like, we look at Crammer, think he's fucking unbelievable, right? And then you look at Tanganga last season at times, he's unbelievable too, right? But then Tanganga's only gone on to go to Sheffield United, and whatever you think of that move, it's not important what I'm trying to make here. My point is, if we think they're that good, why aren't they going to the Premier League, right? Because, but also, is it a bigger picture though? Like, that's so good for us, but because of the gap from the Championship to the Premier League now, there isn't that kind of, they're destined for the Premier League. Look at SA this season for Palace. He's not getting his opportunities, and since he signed for them in January, like, I think the gap between the Championship and the Premier League is almost now you've got the Premier League, then you've got 6 Championship clubs that kind of go up and down, Leicester's, Sheffield United's of this world and all this sort of stuff. And then you've got us. So it's like, there's almost like there's 3 tiers there. So it's like they're too good for us. They're not good enough for the Premier League now. There's gone is the days of Tim Cahill signing for Everton for 1.5 million and then playing for 10 years in the Premier League and scoring 80, 90 goals. Like, it's just such a big. It's crazy the gap between the two. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's something in that. But hey, I mean, look, I'm happy with Crammer. Happy with Taylor signed. there's a lot of youngsters in our back four now as well, mate. And yeah, it's looking good. Steve Gallen, as Philip Woody says, Steve Gallen we trust. Memphis Millwall.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And I mean, I have to say, listen, Tango, thank you. We knew you were only coming here for a shop window. We knew that. And obviously we know that your knees probably prevented you going to a Premiership club. But if you ever want to see a player who really doesn't fucking want his agent anymore without actually saying he doesn't want his agent anymore, just go watch the Sheffield Wednesday videos, because it looks as if, it looks
United,
as if,
mate.
Sheffield, yeah,
Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield United. There you go, Johnny. Have that one. Sheffield United, and it just looks as if he just doesn't want to fucking be there. He's like,
like with us. In fairness, mate, I think he's just how he is. He's quite laid back in his work.
It was just the way when they went to him. So, what you're most excited about being here, and he went. The atmosphere,
play in front of the fans, the atmosphere,
in front of the fans, the atmosphere. We're happy. Listen, you've taken a lot of money, mate. You're getting yourself a fucking big pay rise. Well done to you. Can't fault you for that. Really unfortunate that you can't seem to get the Premiership move that you want in the final part of your career. You've been hampered by injuries most of your career. You played, I think, the most games you played under us. I hope that, 3-4 year deal, what you've got with Sheffield United, you go out and above. And I hope that you end up getting a final move for the final part of your career at a Premiership club or a top level club. I think that's the way football is, unfortunately, nowadays, and I think you've got to understand, he's 27, nearly 28, 26, 27. Yeah. And you get to that age in football and got the injury rumoured what he's got, you ain't got that long left in playing. So you've got to make sure that you set yourself up. So realistically, if someone offered me double, triple my wages, I'd probably go, yeah, I'll take it. I can forward that into my pension pot. Job done, innit?
Well, Mickey, he signed a 5-year contract at 19 years old at Tottenham, mate, and it was 40 grand a week then. So, listen, he's not short for cash unless he's burnt it on silly things in life, as you might do when you're a youngster. All different comparative levels, but we've all been there, right? But I don't know. It was a weird move, but to be honest with you, I'm kind of exhausted talking about it. It feels like for the last week and a half, I spoken about anger and fucking Sheffield United, and I'm done with it. I look forward to his reception when he comes back to the den.
He's not, he was a good servant while he was here. He's gone. He's not a legend. He's not a fucking thingy, mate. He was good for us. He was probably one of the best we've ever had, but he's probably not even in the top 5 in the Championship. So we move on, and that's it. It's job done for me. So, yeah.
Do you want to try and pronounce the geezer's name that we're meant to be signing, the Swedish fella, mate?
Is it a rabbi?
Arabi,
whichever it is.
Arabi from Hammarby, right?
Yeah, it's quite funny though. If you look at online, with some of the comments online where people are saying, he's fat, he's slow, he's this, he's that. So pretty much what we've done is we brought a fat fucking Swedish Nesbitt, potentially. So here we go. So that's the chance sorted for the game when he's on. You're just a fucking Swedish Nesbitt, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, look, I think he's obviously got. I think he's got 4 in 18 this season in the Allsvenskan Swedish division. There you go.
I'm glad you said that because I ain't.
He got 8 in 23 the year before, 7 in 23 the year before that. Doesn't strike me as the most prolific of strikers, but as you mentioned, mate, he seems to be built like a shithouse. I think he's 6 foot. Speaking of agents, Long and Burke share the same agent. Amazing how the blokes make shit look like gold. They always go down on their feet. Very true, Steve Jeffrey. I mean, if it's actually the same agent, that is very good.
And Long is going to fucking Southampton.
Yeah, I know. He's gone. He's there, mate.
Yeah. How the fuck? I'll tell you now, if you're an upcoming football player, mate, who is looking for a move and you're dog shit, find that agent, get in on him, and I'm telling you now, he will get you a career. He will get you some big bucks, mate, and he'll get you a career all over the place. George Long was shit for us and went to Norwich, nearly fucking got him relegated, and now he's going to Southampton. You couldn't make this shit up. Do you know what I mean? It's it's absolutely fucking mental. So yeah, is it really? Is it them? Fuck me, they got lots of players at our place.
What's the one that Scott Barron has? I follow him on Instagram. He feels like he's tarting out people every 5 seconds on his Instagram.
Who is Scott Barron? Scott Barron, someone's going to tell us in a minute.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I think Arabi. Look, I trust Gallen's judgment to go out there and get these players. I don't think, obviously, Big Serb don't go from Philip Woody there. I don't think it means the end of the Serb, to be honest. Far from it. I don't, and I think it's interesting that Palmer's been linked to him again. They've obviously meant to have come back in for him allegedly, if you believe everything you see online. But I don't see a world where Ivanovic leaves this side of the window. I think if you're Ivanovic, you'd be silly to leave, to be honest. When we're in the position we're in, I think things will settle after the window. There's inevitably going to be a few more players coming in, and then when the squad's settled, I do think we're destined to have a good run. What that looks like in the end, who knows? But I think he'll get ample opportunity to score more goals and then maybe attract bigger interest than the likes of Palmer and Leicester, to be honest. I think it could lead to him maybe going to a Premier League club, to be honest. I don't know. What do you think, Mickey? I think Ivanovic ain't leaving this side of the window, surely.
I think his agents are probably misbehaving. His agents are probably trying to create a storm. You know, a lot of these stories where you go, oh, Palmer's in for him, but there's nothing. There's no confirmation. There's no team backing it up or confirming it or anything else. 90% of them are bullshit just for gaining interest. Like Irving the other day, Irving with Alan Nixon going, he's looking at going to Millwall or Wrexham. No, he's not looking to go to Millwall at all. It's just that Millwall West Ham suddenly creates fucking talking points and you go. Remember, agents are pretty much the same as newspapers. It's all about publicity. It's the same as, Omar and me on there saying something controversial. It's there to get you likes and it's there to get you attention. But to be honest, we're not really that desperate for it. If you like us, you like us. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. We're doing okay. We enjoy this, taking the piss out of. We enjoy taking the piss out of each other, and that's what we do. It's just unfortunately we do it with an audience. So yeah, it's all good.
And thankfully, I'm the better looking one, so it doesn't really matter, really. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, the solo builder says Ivanovic has years left on his contract, so we're in the driving seat. He also went on to say,
100%.
Looks so happy at the club as well compared to Tanganga. Philip Woody says, bullshit offer for the Big Serb. Tom JM says, playoffs, no doubt this season. I'll be amazed if we don't. To be honest, Tom, I agree with you, but I threw your comment more up because it says Twitter on there. Mickey would be impressed that there's people commenting on Twitter. So please keep it coming. And there's Facebook, Ronnie Evans too. But yeah, you see this one, Mickey?
It's nice to know that people on Twitter who normally watch a lot of these live shows don't realise that their comments come straight through to the studio. So it's just nice to say, look, we're trying to be as much interactive. And over the next 3 weeks, we're bringing in more platforms where you'll be able to watch us and talk and everything else. And yeah, just get excited. I told you we have massively going to be changing stuff this season, mate. And yeah.
Would you make a Ronnie's comment here? Saw an hour ago that Leicester now in for the Swedish.
Yeah, no, Leicester have, but I don't know whether or not they're too late. It'd be interesting to see where we go, but yeah, some of the sources I'm speaking to potentially in the media thinking that it might already be too late for them. But listen, in football, anything is fucking possible, mate. Nothing is over until that fat lady's singing. So Millwall, me and Omar have got new cars, so they're nice and clean. We're more than happy to go kidnap any fan, any player, you want to stop opposition. Or all the viewers could just go stand up outside his hotel if you want. Just tell us where it is, and we go do that.
I don't know where I was going with that comment because you've just really got. Yeah, I don't know where we're going there. Oh, go on. Who's the owner? Give it last Saturday, giving it big balls to Sheffield United fans after the game. Caught on camera. I don't think that happened. No chance. Seeing as I drove and very sober last Saturday, I can confirm that didn't happen. If the opposite was to have happened, there's potential that might not have been the case. But yeah, that wasn't me. You confused.
And no one likes the grass.
Yeah. Yeah, but no. What I was going to do is I was going to credit Millwall because I feel like we seem to get most of our deals over the line in this regime, which is why you don't hear of these transfers till the very end because like we're basically at the point of trying to complete it. It doesn't mean this deal's done, but it feels like if we lost it now, someone's fucked up. Brown shirt, we see. Yeah, I did wear a brown shirt and I was behind the goal, but I wasn't seeing fucking giving it massive to do. If I was, please send me a link to it because I've forgotten. I did it. And
send the link in. I'll put it up. So yeah, send it in and we'll get it all up. So yeah. To be honest, mate, would he prefer London over Leicester? It's got to be London, isn't it? Really? I mean, realistically, yes, Leicester might have a bit more razzmatazz, but you know. Gary Lineker used to play for him, and that's about the only most famous player. Other than that, they don't really have a lot. Millwall, you got Pie Mash, you got us. You know, you're very close to London. You'll probably get an apartment on, you know, Canary Wharf. So yeah, you'll be proper looked after, mate. Here, you don't want to go to Leicester. If you've not seen Leicester, mate, just go drive past it fast, and you'll see that down there's a much better. Oh, his old manager's at Leicester. That's why. Look.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see him going there, to be honest. If he did, well, there you go. But it seems like everything's in our favour at this point. But if you believe what you read online, I mean, who knows? We might not even sign him, and he might not even sign for Leicester. So, yeah, we've also been linked to a midfielder, Mickey, haven't we? I want to see you try and pronounce this name, mate.
Derek. Yeah.
Is that what we're calling him?
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking calling him.
All right, fine.
Oh, sorry, it'll be Derek. There you go.
Derek Mazzucco. Yeah?
Yeah.
We're going with that? We're just going to call him Derek. I think it's probably safe to say, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's really hard. I'm trying to type something and my keyboard is now just stopped working pretty much.
Del Boy from H here. And
that's
Jimmy, it. And Jimmy
Jr.
No.
In that case, that's it. His name's Derek, right? Instead of Del Boy, we're just going to call him Gary. After the Only Fools and Horses part.
Yeah, there you go. Beeline just literally said it. We should call him Gary. 2 P's in a pod there. Is that your burner?
There you go, you see. Yeah. That's it. So, yeah, that's it. So from now on, he will be known as Gary on this podcast.
And speaking of Gary's, Gary Miles has commented here. Oh,
yeah.
Couldn't make this one up. Don't assume the transfer window shut today, so it needs to get sorted quick. I think you'll find in a lot of these situations, again, I don't even know if it closes today, but I'll take your word for it, Gary. I think if it closes, but ours are still open, we're still able to sign players. So often you'll see players leave after say, for example, the Saudi Arabian League seems to be open a week after the Premier League shuts, for example. But you've seen in previous windows, players still leave. So I think it's more about being able to commit to actually sign the player and get it on a dotted line, as opposed to players leaving. So providing your window's still open, you can still sign players. So that's how I interpret that to be. But I used to be this expert when I was a teenager. Nowadays, I don't really give a shit about the legislation. I just want to watch football. So anyway, go on, Mickey. You want to talk? But you know what? If I keep talking like this, and I might annoy you if I just keep going on and on and on.
No, not really. I'm gonna have to play. I'm gonna have to play a video in a minute. What I done, because obviously, contractually obliged to. I'm already late, so I'm going to be doing that. So yeah. No, but it just makes it sound professional, doesn't it? Makes it sound really good. And also, she gave up her time, so thingy. So I'm going to do this briefly, and then we can come in. We'll talk about Wrexham, and then we can come back and talk about all the transfers. How long have I got? You got about 6 minutes.
So everyone go and get a cup of tea.
So no, don't run away. No. Listen, right. Millwall's won an award on Saturday. We're getting presented with an award on Saturday. So some of you might already know about it. There's a charity called Pledge Ball. We're going to go a little bit wokey, I suppose, to a degree, to what we're not normally. It's not really wokey, but look, we're not asking you to suddenly go vegan and whatnot, even though I do say that in the interview. Well, I'm not. So basically, I do as a joke, by the way, yeah.
Just play the video, mate. How about that?
Hang on. There's a charity called Pledge Ball, and there's a league of all the football clubs in the country. We top that league with making pledges. So it's basically, rather than buying coffee in a takeaway cup, you're going to be sitting there. You can take one of our cups, or, one of the Millwall metal cups, a reusable one, and you use that, you make that pledge. There's a load of ways around it. We can talk about it at a later point or whatever. But, if you've had solar fitted, but you've not done it, go on there, pledge it. You're having solar, you've got it. It gives points to Millwall, and we've got a title to defend now. Much appreciate to Katie, who done it. Lovely person, really passionate about her charity. The longer interview will be out over the next couple of days. This is shortened version because I didn't think you'd probably want to watch a 20-minute interview here. So there is a few cuts in there. And listen towards the end when I say how easy it is to do the website, and the word I actually use isn't simple, and it isn't simply. It's fucking some other word, what I've never been able to say since, and I don't think it's even a word. But listen, and you'll see that it's normal Mickey style, and we go from there. But this is Katie, this is Pledge Ball, and I'll see you in about 7 minutes or so. So enjoy and stay with us. Yeah. Just if you think of any, it was, but it's 7 now. So if you think of any pledges while the video's on, just stick them in the comments what you would do to help the environment. Mine is going to be to bin off that fucker. Welcome, Kate. Good morning, Kate, or good afternoon, even. Good morning, even. How are you? And welcome to the show.
I'm very good, thank you. I'm glad to see we've coordinated on our outfits. So.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we didn't talk beforehand. It's the first time we spoke, but yeah, just in case of the conspiracies out there. So yeah. You're from a company called Pledge Ball. I think you got involved with Millwall probably about a year, 18 months ago now, because I think I can remember bits and pieces around it. So tell us a bit about you and obviously what Pledge Ball is.
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you first for having me on the show. It's a real privilege. So I'm the founder of a charity called Pledge Ball, and we started off as a group of football fans who were just concerned with the way things were going, really. We're concerned that things around us, companies, clubs were allowed to impact the environment with kind of no let up. They could pretty much do whatever they wanted. And we wanted to make a change on that. And we started off with just a grassroots football tournament, men's and women's football tournament. And the only entry fee was to make a kind of environmental commitment. And then we awarded the team of fans a pledge to save the most. And that's now evolved. So now we're a much bigger charity. We work with a lot of clubs, and we're about to start the 5th season of what we call the Pledge Ball League. And really what this is a league where fans make environmental commitments in support of their clubs. And that pushes them up the league table or down the league table, depending on what the pledges are that are made. No, it only pushes them up. And Millwall last season, they take the title of Pledge Ball League champions for season 24-25.
Best fans in the world.
Honestly,
fans in the world.
It was a record-breaking take. Absolutely record-breaking.
You see, that's
I've never
what it
seen
is.
a club diving that fast. Won last season.
We are the most misunderstood fan base in the country. We raise the most for charity. We raise the most for the British Legion each year out of every club in the country. It surprised me that we've topped another league. It probably will get zero press from any of the mainline medias because it just doesn't fit the narrative. Yeah, it's a good news story about Millwall. It doesn't. So pretty much you can make... So what you do on your website, you obviously register, say what team you support, and then you make a pledge. I see one on there. What loads of Millwall fans could do is go vegan for 2 weeks. I'm joking, Millwall fans. But there's loads from lifestyle changes as such, where instead of buying, when you go get your coffee, instead of getting a coffee cup, a disposable coffee cup, which is no good for you anyway, no good for the environment, no metal cups or whatever and swap it for there, or even a water bottle, rather than buying a throwaway water bottle, you can just use a refillable water bottle. Little tiny bits like that benefit and help to go pushing Millwall, because we've got a title now to defend.
You've got a title to defend, but also
it's
just stuff that makes sense, isn't it? Like, nobody wants like reusable coffee cups like surrounding the streets around the den. It's things that make complete sense to us. But it's also more than that. So there's things on there that anyone can do. That it ranges, like you said, from switching to using a reusable water bottle to, eating less meat to, if you can afford it, to installing solar panels, which obviously ultimately also saves money.
Fans switch to recycling toilet paper. It's the equivalent of taking 75 cars off the road.
I've got another one as well. Like one capacity, the den. Simply switching to buying second-hand clothes, so like your vintage stuff, saves the same amount of emissions as taking over 1,000 cars off the road.
That we are being presented at the Wrexham game, so fans who get in early will see us lift the trophy. So how easy is it for Millwall fans to, or football fans to register?
Very easy.
It's just
Did you know that one Wembley's worth of fans simply reducing their shower time to 5 minutes saves the same amount of emissions as taking over 500 cars off the road? There are 3.5 billion fans across the planet. Imagine the impact we could have. I'm Katie Croft, and I'm the founder of Pledgeball. Pledgeball is a charity started by fans, run by fans, that rallies fans to take a stand on environmental sustainability. This is the Pledgeball League. Does your team feature? How do you support your club to climb the Pledgeball League? Go to pledgeball.org/fixtures. Find your team, click on it, and make one or a number of pledges in support of your club. What is a pledge? A pledge is a promise switch to lower our footprints, from using a reusable water bottle to going vegan 2 days a week, from cycling to work to getting solar panels. If you and your fellow fans pledge to save more emissions than the opposition, you're victorious. And the more emissions you pledge through the season, the higher you climb up the Pledgeball League. As football fans, we have a huge amount of power to drive change. So join us. Join Pledgeball. What are you waiting for?
could do with more.
You could
If we
definitely
get
do with
more in,
Come on, we want to.
if we get more,
we want you to
then we've
hold
got a
this
trophy
title.
to keep.
Totally. And the other thing is, it is really easy. It takes you like, I don't know, less than 30 seconds, I'd say. It's just about getting other people to do it. You drop a message in a chat and you'll be top of that table. I just want to say thank you, really. I mean, genuinely, I had one Millwall fan in the early days. I think the first year that I launched. We were tiny and we didn't really get any interaction on social media at all. And one Millwall fan, when I put out a stat around like the den's worth of fans switching to buying secondhand clothes, equaling taking 1,000 cars off the road, and he just wrote, "What the F are you talking about?" And I explained it to him. And he went, "Oh, fair dues," and then became my most avid fan and just shared everything that we did. And then, of course, Millwall win the Pledgeball trophy. So you guys...
It was all down to him. Whoever you are, get in touch. Let us know who you are. But, I mean, even some for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully, you'll get loads of people come up to see you on Saturday. Make sure you're there a little bit early so you can get to see... it sounds a very unusual trophy to what we normally see. It's not a silver and thing. It's a branch. It's still a trophy. It's ours. And if you want to look at Pledgeball or check it out, if you don't want to worry about, you're listening to this on the podcast, so you don't want to go back into it, it's quite simple. Just search pledgeball.org. And that will give you everything Look through the website. For listening, we'll return back to Friday Night Live now, and me and the others in the studio. And yeah, make sure you sign up. So what was the word?
It's quite shrimple.
What the hell? What the hell was that? Do you know what I mean? I didn't even know I'd done it until the edit, and I've gone through the edit, and I'm like, nah, I've rewound it, played it back, and I'm like, how the hell did I? And also, when I sat there and said that if a Wembley Stadium of fans swapped to using recycled toilet paper, not recycling your toilet paper, which I pretty much said, but if you recycle your toilet paper, then you basically can get so many cars off the road and all that. And it was like, yeah. But listen, she is really, really passionate with what she does. That is just a snippet of the full interview. It will be edited and it will be done over the next week or so. We'll put that out. But it was, look, it's easy to do. It's a pledge, right? And I agree with a couple of you. There's plenty of room on the top of Millwall for solar and that. But look, it's small little pledges. It's like, instead of eating meat every day, one day less, or take your lunch into work or something, or change your water bottle, change your cup, etc., etc. I mean, I might be looking. We might end up doing some cups on a limited edition and try and help people who make a pledge, and you can buy one of these and we'll donate to it. But it's just small little tidbits. Through the football, what they say in football, it's all about the 1%. The little bits put us to the top of that league. So just get on the website. It'll be in the description after here. Get on the website, make a pledge, sign up Millwall, and go from there. But
Yeah. It's as simple as that, guys. Just make sure you do that, and you're good to go. I mean,
I could have edited that out, but I didn't. It just proves really that we don't really care. We just, we're here for the laugh. We're here for having a crack, and we're not too proud about taking the piss out of ourselves. And I've never met her before in my life, and she was taking the piss out of me from the fucking from off the bat. And it's like, do I just give off that aura of going, "Hi, I'm Mickey. Take the piss."
She seemed quite a nice person, to be fair. I mean,
she's she's really nice.
And there's needs for them sort of causes. It's not my bag, but you know what? I think if anything, mate, I think it highlights that if people have any causes like that they want to bring on and do interviews like that to go out on the show like this, then
we have to do woke. We have to do woke occasionally because some of our fan base is woke. So we've just done our woke agenda for the next 5 years, and we're done now. That's it. So yeah, that would be it. So I'm going to pledge not to use any shampoo, and I'm going to pledge not to wash my hair for the next year. So yeah.
Good luck with that one, mate. That'd be very difficult for you to do. So, do you put shampoo on your head, mate? What's the protocol here? You say I'm going bald one day, so I'll find that one day.
I use it with shower gel. That's it. I put shower gel as in all over, and then go from there. But I do just
like shaving cream, and then just like whoop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Protocol, mate?
Yeah, pretty much, mate. Shaving cream, maybe a bit of turtle wax afterwards, and all that. But I'm talking about why you're talking about washing. Do you know what's a weird statistic I read the other day with some fucking paid advert or whatever talking about? That a high percentage of people in the shower wash their body, wash under the arms and the face and whatnot, but they don't actually use whatever they're washing their body with, and they don't actually wash their legs. And I find that really strange. Is why would you be in the shower if you're only going to wash part of your body, not the full part of your body?
I don't know where we're going with this show. I don't know where we're going with this show, mate. I just
want the algorithm.
Can we get back to talking about football, please?
Yes, mate. I'm going to go watch and go. So, yeah. Solar builder. You've got solar. So, yeah, you just need the R there, mate. And you could be the solar panel builder. So,
this kind of conversation doesn't feel out of place at 4 a.m. on Sunday, in a Saturday night, fucking in a kitchen somewhere, to be totally honest with you. But, like, not on a Friday night podcast where we've all just got home from work.
I so badly want to recycle my earwax. Yeah. Recycle it into candles, mate. Do you know what I mean? You could, if all our fan base gave us all their earwax, we could make a full-size candle. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Where did you hear that, Mickey? It was an article. I won't try and find it. But yeah.
Anyway, tomorrow the Lions welcome.
Right, can I go on to my show notes now?
The Lions welcome Ryan Reynolds as Wrexham to town. The Disney crew are in. Is Ryan Reynolds going to turn up? Mickey, you take it away, mate, because I'm done talking about fucking earwax and fucking bald people's heads and stuff like that, right? So go.
Thank you very much. So we are welcoming Wrexham to the Den tomorrow. The last time we played Wrexham was in April 2001. Not bad, eh? See?
Thanks, mate.
Good.
Did we win that game?
Huh?
Did we win
that game? Did we win it? We drew it, mate.
Did Neil Harris scored against Wrexham? I've got a memory of Neil Harris scoring a goal against Wrexham for some reason in my head. Of course,
possibly.
I referenced Neil Harris in the show, but thank you. Anyway, go on.
Even though he's in the show titles, yeah, as a thing to use. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway. No, Tim Cahill scored, by the way. Tim Cahill scored in the 53rd minute, and a Craig Falconbridge scored for them. So
yeah, let's go with that. Good, well, mate.
And attendance was not much more than what the attendance is they've got there now. So yeah, look, we are playing them for the first time. Unbeaten in the last 6 with Wrexham division. We've won 2, drawn 4. Wrexham's London record since returning to the AFL. They are unbeaten in their 4 away games against London clubs, but championship level they failed to win on their last 7 visits. Really? They've not been in the championship that long. So fucking that stat is wrong.
I just want to say, Mickey, everyone's going 1-1. It was a game Cahill scored. We got promoted the game after. Come on, guys. And I feel like everyone's just like happy to correct me because it's a good memory. Guys, I was 5 years old back then. Like, I'll be honest with you. I just have a memory of Neil Harris scoring a goal against Wrexham at some point in my life, all right? And I know we was all shocked that Mickey's 50 almost. And I'm probably going to be just as shocked that you find out I'm only 30. But listen, right, I don't remember it. I'm sorry.
Hard paper round for Omar there, mate. You know what I mean? Exactly. I would have put him down as 45, but that is what it is.
Anyway, it is what it is. Drink, everyone, drink.
So over the times we played Wrexham, we've drawn 11 times. Wrexham's won 9, we've won 6, so we need to win. But yeah, Hollywood, Disney, Carnival, the circus, whichever way you want to do it, is coming to town. There is rumour that Ryan Reynolds is potentially coming tomorrow. So yeah, I reckon there'll be loads of people all excited and selfies. If you do take selfies, send them to us. Show us your best one, or show us your best video of. If anyone can make Ryan Reynolds say that Millwall podcast, then there'll be a prize for you.
Oh, fuck me. I'd buy you beers for a few games straight if you can get Ryan Reynolds to say you're watching that Mill podcast. I mean, if anyone can do that, happily.
There you go. It is out there. If anyone can get him to say it, then
I'll buy you a pint a game for the rest of the season, quite happily, if you can do that. There you go. I'll say it. If anyone gets Ryan Reynolds going, hello, I'm Ryan Reynolds, and you're listening to that Mill podcast or watching that Mill podcast, I'll buy you a pint every game for the rest of the season at the special blue bus. All right.
So Wrexham spent a lot of money buying players who no one really wants, or they basically paid. I think they paid something like what they played 17 million on 2 players, and then I think they played 22, 23 million now on 3 players. Yeah, they've obviously got the man who will not be named on this show, but we all know how much of a cock he is, and no doubt that there'll be many people from the FA and the EFL there tomorrow at every available angle with their camera phones out, ready to do us. But you know what? I just hope that Mark Fairbrother, after listening to your interviews and stuff about, we are what we are and we go forward, all this transfer money, you've taken percentages off each one and you've put it in the pot, which is we're going to fuck him, and then you just use that to pay out. Just take this one on the chin, mate. No pre-match going, be nice. No.
And at least on the bright side, at least Ben Chilwell doesn't play for Crystal Palace either anymore. Do you know what I mean? So there's loads of clout. There's loads of
No, that's it, mate. That's it. So yeah, it's all good. But I think it's going to be interesting to see what Wrexham does. I think it'll be interesting, like we discussed, and we'll come on to that in a sec. But Wrexham coming to the Den, I think is going to be an absolute culture shock for them, because we are one of the last bastions of working class communities, environments. Our ground, as much as we have tourists there, our ground is still our ground. Millwall sit where the fuck they want, none of that. Oh, you're in my seat. But if you are a Wrexham fan coming tomorrow, don't wear it, and you're sitting in the home end, do not wear your shirt, mate, because it won't end well for you at all. But yeah, look, we've given you enough warnings over the last few weeks not to do it.
Yeah.
If you do it, then you're a fucking idiot, and it might hurt.
Yeah. Well, look, on the football anyway, mate. Wrexham off the best starts. Not on the best. Off the best starts of the season, are they? They're winless in the league. Obviously, a 2-1 defeat at St Mary's, 3-2 defeat at home against West Brom in their second game, and then they threw away a 2-0 lead against Sheffield Wednesday of all teams.
They did win in the cup, though.
They beat Preston in the cup. So I mean, look, if I'm honest, I am not overly sure what to expect tomorrow, and it's going to be a real kind of. I think it's going to be a proper. I think it's going to be like an old school sort of game, and what I mean by that is Wrexham ain't going to turn up trying to pass it about. Like, that's my opinion on that. No. That if anything, they're probably quite similarly put together. Aside from the money factor, Phil Parkes is quite an old school manager. Maybe. I don't want to say his name again because I've said it once already, but you know who I'm on about, the manager that I love anyway, that's not here with us anymore. I think there's a similar style of play that we're going to see from Wrexham, and maybe we can hopefully show a bit of quality, and maybe we can rise to it, and I think hopefully put on a real good performance, to be honest. It's going to be a good atmosphere, sold out then. Obviously, there might be some new signs parade on the pitch before the game. Who knows? There's definitely one going to be there. So,
keeper and...
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot Joel Coleman. Sorry, the fan club's got to live on, of course. Sorry, but I don't think he'll be.
Don't worry, Macaulay. You're still there, mate. You're still there, mate. So yeah.
But I think Parkinson must be feeling the pressure, if I'm honest, mate. At this point, like the money they're spending, the ambition they've got. A lot of people, I feel like amongst my mates, the last few weeks, we've just constantly spoke about their approach, Wrexham. And look, you can't knock the fact they've done back to back promotions, 3 in a row. I don't think they'll make it 4 personally. I can't see it happening this season. But their approach is, because they've got all this revenue stream coming in from the Disney, from the American Airlines, they can afford to buy players that are 30, 31, 32, give them a 3-year contract, which seems crazy on the face of it because it is. But then they're able to bring them in and then just let them sit there afterwards when they don't need them anymore. I mean, George Evans is still there, isn't he, if I'm not mistaken? I don't know if he's moved on last week or not, but they've spent a lot of money and they're able to just constantly do that because their revenue streams are ridiculous. So, look, it's interesting. I don't think it's going to be a pretty game tomorrow, but hopefully we can show a bit of quality. I don't know if Denor's injured. I don't know if he's been pictured in training or not, because I felt like he pulled up at the end of the game on Tuesday night.
No, I think he's okay. That's me, by the way.
I know someone in the comment section will tell me he trained today, so please do that. I've just been very busy and not been able to look, but I thought he pulled up towards the end of the game there. But I mean, look, thinking about us, I think it's just got to get a home win under the belts, really, mate. And the sold out Den's got to do it.
Yeah, and I think it will be good for the players to have a sold out Den. It'll be good because the away end's going to have. I think the home end's going to have about 3,000 in. So I think that's. I said the away end.
You literally just said home end.
Yeah, but then I changed to away end. And I think having the top and bottom tier just adds that atmosphere, adds that surround sound and stuff. So yeah, I think it'll be good. We've got to out-sing them because they are Welsh. They have that natural song vibe in them. All the male choir vibe and whatnot. So yeah, but I think we'll be too much for him. Alex Neil versus Phil Parkinson. I think there is no question.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think Phil Parkinson has done well to land his feet at Wrexham and ride the wave of it. I think it's fair to say.
And I do think that it was quite funny that if you listen to Ben Foster's shows a couple of weeks ago, that a lot of the Wrexham boys were on there, and Sean Harvey was on there pretty much explaining everything what they were doing in pre-season with false forwards and false nines and false this and false that, and he literally was explaining what he was watching because he never understood it, and he was like explaining everything, and you just sitting there going, I really don't think your manager or even Ben Foster really wants you going into details on this, but hey ho, you've just given everybody what you're doing, and yeah, it goes from there. But listen, I think Wrexham will probably go down this year. To be fair, I think they're coming. I don't think they.
Whoa. You think Wrexham will go down this year?
Listen, it's not as bad as saying like Jay, who reckons that QPR and Derby are going to make the playoffs.
I mean, I didn't get the opportunity to take the piss out of him Saturday because I was driving back from Sheffield. But I please hope someone said something to me in our group chat that after lost 7-1 to Coventry or Sunday. Did anyone call him out on Sunday? Please say they did.
If not, he's doing Sunday show. So if you can just speak to him on Sunday and just remind him that he did say QPR and Derby will finish in the top 6. Mm-hmm. So those of you on there, just make sure that he doesn't forget that, because it's quite funny with Jay, because you'll see that you'll carry on and then it'll just start getting to him. And
also it is the first game without Tanganga in the league. Well, no, second game, sorry, because he didn't play last Saturday. I'll correct myself. Yeah. So what kind of
last Saturday?
We won.
Oh, right. There we go. Yeah.
You could say a lot of that is down to Bender, which I didn't get a chance to praise him on Sunday night show. Unbelievable last Saturday, right in front of us. Yes, Jay's had that moment. I think it'd be. I don't know what team to anticipate really tomorrow. Should we try and go do the team? I mean, everyone starts to get their starting 11s in, I suppose. I suspect Bender's back in goal. Crocombe again doing himself well on Tuesday night.
Yeah,
it's funny. Before the game Saturday, and I don't mind saying this story, but I was talking to one of my pals, John. If anyone's gone home and away for 20 years, you know who John is anyway. But he's not missed a game in yonks. But we was talking about the game. Yes, Julian Lyons, John, as everyone knows. But anyway, I was talking to him, and I was like, I'm not sure on Bender. And he went, no, me neither. And just after the game, I just sent him a text saying Bender, and he went, unbelievable. Like, it was just like he needed that moment last week, and I hope it means he's going to kick on here from there onwards. You know what I mean? Because like he was unbelievable last Saturday. The first save when he gets down to his right, I can go on. Everyone's probably spoke about it throughout the week, so I won't drag it on too much. But I think Bender probably plays again. Do you bring Ryan Leonard back in at right back, Mickey? I guess you have to, right?
Yeah, I suppose you do, really.
And then what? Crammer and Cooper at centre half, and then left back. Who do you go with at left back? Sturge again? I mean, Sturge done himself no harm last week. Yeah, go on. I'll keep Sturge in. Denor and De Luongo midfield 2. And then you probably have Negley. He's fit. I mean, remember Jay saying last week that Negley was injured after Sheffield United? He wasn't. Just saying, Jay, if you're listening to this. And then Kundal. Yeah, I guess it's probably an unchanged 11, isn't it?
I think pretty much apart from keeper. And then, yeah, I mean, where will he play Crammer? Will he play him on the left or will he play him centre? All depends whether or not if Taylor is legit to play, then maybe.
I just wish. No, I don't think Taylor will get into the 11 mate straight away. I think Taylor's going to be sitting out for a little while and wait for his opportunity, to be totally honest. I mean, maybe Palace in the cup if he's not cup tied or whatever. But I think if you are looking at it this way though, like I just wish that we could get the players to turn up and play how they did last Saturday. And what I mean by that is just the effort. And I'm not questioning the players' mentality, but the backs were against the wall last Saturday. Lots going against us, injuries through the squad and stuff like that. And we weren't expected to win. Like, even though Sheffield had a bad start to the season, a lot of people were a bit skeptical about it. I wish we could replicate that kind of mentality going into this game tomorrow. But inevitably, after winning last week, you're not going to have that same mindset. But that's the challenge, I suppose, for Alex Neil to get that. Because that first half last Saturday, every single player, mate, grafted their fucking bollocks off. And second half, we clung on for dear life. But that first half last Saturday was everything and more I want from a Mill team. It was just effort, non-stop running, commitment, chasing down loose balls, winning second balls, everything about it. And I'm like, that's what I want for this Mill team. And unfortunately, we didn't have the subs in the second half to really kick on and continue and sustain that sort of performance, but we managed to hang on. That is the benchmark for me. Like, and it's just got to be the same again. And the players got to get scraped off the field to walk off. I mean, Coburn couldn't walk off the pitch last week. He was fucking done, basically, weren't he? But yeah, I mean, you're preparing something for us. So go on. What have you got for us?
No, I'm not. I was just putting. I was just loading up, so I've got them in there for maybe later on or whatever. But I've got the post match, but they're not loading. So yeah.
Anyway, if you are watching this and you are here live, please put your happy 50th birthday comments to Mickey. No, I'm joking. Like the video. Also, subscribe if you're new. Like, there's loads of you on here today and some new faces commenting every week. Please be sure to stick around. We're here every Friday, 8 o'clock. I'm really enjoying it tonight. It's good fun.
Listen to it as a podcast. There'll be a couple of bonuses on it for you because I've got post-match and I might just start putting those onto the podcast version. So you can have a listen to, a week later, whatever, but you can have a listen to them. So yeah, the only thing I loaded up earlier on, mate, was the one where you lot kept fucking bugging me over, and just so you can take the pics.
Hey, look at that! The Macaulay Langstaff fan club in its fired in entirety as well.
The chairman with Macaulay, eh?
You see it all in its entirety there. Just Mickey and the Macaulay Langstaff fan club.
That's it.
Oh, very good.
You saying that? Connor says pledge Ballon d'Or winner Joe Bryan at left back.
Pledge ball. He'll be the one presenting the award on the pitch, mate, tomorrow. So I'll tell you right now.
I think both games were good. They were like it was like the main team went out on Saturday and done what they had to do, and they'd done it by hook or by crook and graft, and yeah, that was great. And then on Tuesday, you knew that there was going to be some players not playing, but you were sort of, mate, if we don't really grab this by the horn, we're in trouble. And then literally they just went out and played out of their skin. The press conference on Saturday, after Saturday's game, Alex Neil just turned around and said, I just said to Bender, look, right, there's games where we need your keeper. Yeah, there's no room for mistakes. There's no room to go get high, go hide, anything else. We need you, right? And this is one of those games, right? No questions. We need you. and literally he stepped up to the plate and fucking, firmly planted on it and went, right, my team needs me. I'm going to perform, because if we didn't, I could have seen us losing that by a couple of goals, because if it weren't for his saves, we would have been in it.
You know what? He's got the right he's got the right recipe. He's got the right kind of ingredients in his armory, right, to be a very good Millwall goalie. Reason being, any good Millwall goalie in the last 20 years, and yes, guys, I'm only going to the last 20 years. I'm sorry, I didn't know that Wrexham game was just before we won the promotion, like I said, back in 2001, right? But he can't kick for love nor money. His goal kicking from to distance up the field is fucking shit, right? Last Saturday was the same, but he is an unbelievable shot stopper on Saturday's evidence, and he's got the right material there to do it again. So, yeah, we'll see. I was really impressed with last Saturday, I have to say. Hopefully he can keep it going.
Especially as we cunted him off on the Friday.
Well,
we didn't really. Well, we didn't, but we were going. We were like, oh well, needs to be this play. And then even on the Sunday, it was like, who'd you put in? And it was like, well, we were even getting into discussion on the Sunday night show of, does he go in on Tuesday to keep up that confidence level? But on the Friday, we were like, after the performance previous, it was like, oh, do we do this? Do we do that? And he performed. I think he was good. I think he was really, really good. And he needed it. We needed it.
I think
he is kind of like Venom says there, is a bit mental. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think he really enjoyed when we was in the away end, because obviously he was I was right behind the goal, as people seem to have pointed out. He every time
at the home game, wasn't it? Not Sheffield.
No.
Oh yeah, Sheffield. Yeah.
Yes, mate, because I was behind the goal, Sheffield United. Mate,
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, I was there. I remember it, thankfully. Every time we see we've got a big fucking bender, right? Every time that tried to happen, he was loving it. You can see his face. He was enjoying it. And as Pete says there, he likes getting involved with the fans. He likes fans to get involved as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting one. I think, but also two other players that came out with really good grace the last couple of games for different reasons. Luongo, obviously, for his performance on Saturday, I thought he was immense. I texted one of my mates during the game saying he's unbelievable so far. Then he got booked straight away. So there you go. But I gave him a little bit of a jinx there. But also Kamal Grant, you mentioned him earlier on in the show, mate. But I think, I really didn't anticipate this sort of. I didn't know what to expect, but he's obviously had a couple of low spells at Bromley, played a lot of games, which has obviously been good for his development, and he served him well. But I watched him on Tuesday night, and he was playing against, albeit Coventry's few fringe players, he really stood up to the challenge really well, to the point where I used to look at him and go, he's fourth or fifth choice centre-half. I'm looking now going, I wouldn't mind, like, if he had to play, I'd actually have full faith in his performances. And that's just off the back of a couple of good cup appearances.
Did you see how high he got? He was very Cristiano Ronaldo height of header. I mean, there was a still where he was literally above the geezer's shoulder. So, unbelievable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think also, like, but it's also the club obviously saw something in him. Do you know what I mean? Like, to give him the contract. Oh, Mark Lindsay. Was that who it was? No comment. I stand at away games, to be fair. I try my best not to get in the way of people, but yeah, you stand at away games. Yeah, because I'm 6'1" and about 18 stone. It's what happens, I'm afraid. But yeah, no, look, Kamal Grant, like I said, and Massimo Luongo, and yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't know.
I think he gives Alex Neil a headache now.
That's what you want, though, as his manager, right? You want to have these cup games where you give players an opportunity, and then he comes in and does that. And because, like, what did Harris say about Amaku last season when he played against Leyton Orient? What was the line? Players are knocking on my door here, asking to play, and then they play like that. He was obviously being very sinister, and I can look back at it now and tell you he was being sinister. But at the time, he wasn't wrong with what he said. You want players to come into the side during cup games and impress, and he did that. Kamal Grant,
but you have to also take your hat off to Amaku for going and knocking on his door to say he wants to play.
Should we talk about Marco? I thought he was really good Tuesday night, and I think there seems to be a fire lit under him at the minute. His crosses with his left foot, he needs to stop, because the amount of times he ever hit them crosses in during the first half. But I know I've not. You
still think you'll beat him in the race, didn't you?
I don't think I'll beat him in a race whatsoever. I've never said that. But what with Amaku, and I said this on Tuesday night again, like to the people I was at the game with, like, he still looks the same player he was 3 years ago for me. Like he hasn't, and it's not to say that I don't think he's good. Yeah, I'm too big to sit down away games, but I'd beat Macu in a race. Yeah, correct. I wouldn't beat Macu in a race, but with Macu, he hasn't. He was good Tuesday night, and he came on Saturday, but he's doing the same things he was doing 3 years ago. He's not doing enough for me to go, look at him. He's kicking on now. He's just still in that kind of place.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, and like I don't know.
I think Kevin's been drinking.
He's a great player. It's the same as Freddie is Marmite. And it's like, I don't criticize any of our players. I really don't. Unless you're like Danny Ingesson, then that's like the level of stupidness I'll go to where like, you know, if I think they're being cunts, I'd say they're being cunts, but I don't, you know, I don't see it with Maku. I really don't. It's hard to see him. It's hard to see him going there. He's here and he's been here for the last 3 years. And there's been times where he's gone down, and there's been times he's got it back to here, but he's never been up here. You don't see him finish like he could score a couple goals. Has he ever scored a couple goals in a game for us? I think he's probably scored the odd goal here or there. Has he ever been a game where we've walked out and gone?
Scored two. Yeah, scored two, and he scored two. And he scored two when McCauley scored.
Sutton, yes, that's a friendly game, mate.
It's still a game, mate.
No,
Fuck me, you might not score in a friendly.
No. No, you can't count friendly games.
Sorry, I have to agree with the Solar Builder where he said that and I agree with Dan there as well. I think the problem with Marco is that he doesn't get a run of games.
Well, no. Go on. Finish point.
No, go on.
And I said this on Tuesday too. It's just reminded me with that comment. He gets injured a lot. He's so stop start.
Mm.
If he was given a 46 game sample to play like week in week out, you might see a good. But he's always injured. He's signed for us. He got injured. He then goes on and then gets injured again. It's like he's a bit like Mason Bennett in that sense, where he never got a run of games and kept getting injured. But when he did get a game and a run of games, he was a better look at. Mason Bennett when Mason Bennett had a run of games and he was playing 90 minutes, he was a good player. I do agree with Dan though. He's a bit like fucking Sean Batt to a degree, but yeah. I don't know. Omar Peter Sullivan says Omar would have trouble scoring in a brothel. Nice one, Peter. All right. What's a brothel, by the way? I have no idea what that is. Do you know what? I don't know what that is, Mickey.
I should add. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
There's a story there of there was a customer story of that from years ago.
We're not going off tangent here, mate. Come on, this is
no.
This is the Millwall podcast, and we take it very seriously around it.
I think that if you give him a run of games, I think you will then be able to understand whether or not he is still really inconsistent, hot and cold. Where he's training properly, he's playing with the games, and I don't mean give him 46 games, but I think if you give him 5, 10, 15 games and run, and you'll be able to make a decision and go, yeah, no. And at the moment, he's got that opportunity with the fact that Femi's obviously injured. He's got that opportunity to really grab this with both hands and make a play for it.
Do you want me to make a bet with you? And I don't really want this to happen to him, but it feels like on his track record this will happen. And Maku gets injured before the end of September. That's just a sad fact, really. And I don't really want it to happen.
And if it doesn't,
oh, here we go.
And if it doesn't, you're going to shave your beard off.
I'm not willing to commit to that. I'm thinking of something else, but I'm not willing to commit to that one, mate. I ain't been babyface for about 15 years, mate. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to it. This is the thing. Like, I really want.
Do you think Omar should back up his statement? And if Marco isn't injured by the 31st of September, he has to shave his beard off.
If he doesn't take him to a brothel.
What, you mean a Marco or?
Yeah. Who gets this one?
And then he'll get injured then.
Oh dear. Do you know what? I can't commit to that. I can't commit.
I tell you now, mate, we must be the most un-PC podcast there is. Mate, there's 71 of you press like. Come on, press that like button for fuck's sake. Come on, do it. Otherwise, YouTube thinks we're not really doing anything. Come on. So, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm happy to see him play well Tuesday night. And like I said, you'll find you have to find me in a very like
shakes his eyebrows. No.
You have to find me in a position where like you find me criticizing players. It doesn't happen. I don't criticize. I don't like to criticize. I like to be very positive all the time about Millwall players, right? But Maku's just one player that he's just here. Like, and I love him to be up here and fucking scoring 15 goals this season and kicking on. Like, I would love nothing more than to see.
You showed your beard off if he scores 15 goals.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
If he scores 15 goals this season, I'll shave my beard off. There you go. Make him sit at away games. Yeah. If he doesn't get injured between now and September, and in September, I will sit down at the next away game after that one.
Yeah, no, I think he's good. But I think you sat there and you were obviously disagreed with me with Wrexham. I think Wrexham could be. I don't think they're going to get an easy run this year. I think there's too many other teams above them.
Is it score predictions time? Yeah, by the way,
it will be in a minute, mate. So yeah, but I just think you could always shave your head and be matching podcast presenters like Anton Deck.
All right, thank you. I'd do it in the name of charity, but not otherwise. No, I would actually try and do it for charity if you want me to. But anyway, whilst Mickey and me disagree on Wrexham, it's time for your score predictions, please. And Maku to get a hat trick tomorrow is definitely nailed on, Steve. I agree. And if he does, I'm not going to commit to that one because I feel like something might happen like that. But Wrexham ain't going down, mate. Not in a month of Sundays. I just don't see it happening.
We'll see. Seems to be a theme so far. Oh yeah. Given the amount of chances Lewis grabbing there, that was another player, wasn't it? Was a good player, but not for us.
Yeah. Do you know what? When he first signed for us, I think he signed from Palace. Jacket signed him. He joined the same time as Mark Laird and Dave Martin, and he looked promising. He was actually very similar to the Maku kind of thing. I think at Maku, I'd almost like to see him go out on loan. If we signed like a Premier League loanee to come in, I'd almost like to see Maku get the opportunity to go to a League One club on loan. A bit like how Fred did a few that time and scored plenty of goals for Wickham. So I've just been intrigued to see if he's got it in him. Like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I get that. So yeah.
Is it time to score
predictions? Are you going to do the score predictions? I've got something for you, Omar.
Go on then.
Just before you start announcing them, yeah? You ready?
Yeah, go on. Go. I'm waiting.
Okay. Did you not hear that? No.
No.
Oh, I know why as well. There you go. Ready? Get ready for the end bit, and then you start. Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Ready?
What the hell was that, Mickey? Anyway, score predictions. The Maku hat trick on Saturday from Steve Lloyd. 3-0 to the Wall from Kevin Millwall-Brook. 3-0 Wall from Andrew Cahill. Millwall 2-0 win from Dean Bennett. We've got 2-1 from London Lion. 2-2 from Alex S. Millwall 2-1 from Iron Millwall. 3-1 Wall from Steve Lloyd. 2-1 from the Solo Builder. 2-0 from Dan. 1-1 from Connor. 2-1 from Gaza London. 3-1. Their defense is still shaky from, try and pronounce that account username, Pixie. That's also a new commenter, so thank you very much. 1-1 from our Debs. Come on, Debs, get off the fence. We're going to win tomorrow. 3-1 Common Alliance from Paul Edmead. 3-1 from Mark Lindsay. Sorry, Mark. Next time I see you at a away game, I'll be sure to get out of the way of you and your missus. For 2-1 from Chris Brown. 2-0 Grant Luongo from Leslie. 3-1 B Lion. 4-2 from Tony Butcher. Lions 2. Wrexham 0 from Peter Sullivan. 3-0 Wall. Big fucking Serbian Negley and Coburn from Flocky. And then fantastic 4-0. We also got Millwall 2-0 from Daily Millwall. 2-0 Millwall from Colin Taylor. 2-1 from Dave W and 3-1 from Luke MFC. Lots of comments as always. I'm really appreciative of everyone that comes along and watches our shows on a Friday night. It is good fun. And we've got a 2-0 Ivanovic and Kramer.
So who are you going with?
Mitch.
What are you going with?
And 2-0 from Danny Chappell.
Okay, what are you going with?
I'll get every single comment in first before I get my prediction. I'm going for Millwall 2. No, I'm going Millwall 2, Wrexham 1. And that's exactly what Stephen Bevan's done there. 2-1 Millwall. Goals from Ido Motomaku. No, he's not even going to start. Got goals from.
I found new sounds.
Please not do sounds, mate. Anyway, 2-1 Millwall. Goals from Cooper and.
Well, get your bets on. Get your bets on for Cooper to score any time.
And.
Is he playing?
Ivanovic. There you go. Yeah, literally from down here, big fucking Serbian and Coops. It's meant to be. It's happening. I was going to say Coops and Negley as well, so I wasn't sure, but maybe we're going to win 3-1, and all three of them are going to score. Then how about that? But what do you reckon, Mickey? What's the score's going to be? And as Kevin Millbrook says in the comments there, I'm not going to call you guys that, but yes, please like the video.
What did he say? Hit the like. Yeah, no, fucking right. He's from far away, so yeah, it don't matter. And he's bigger than both of us, so yeah, we have to say.
Mickey,
you had the man.
Prediction, mate?
I've got a feeling we could fucking really do it, but I think probably 2-1, maybe 3-1.
No, you're going 2-1 as well.
I'm gonna go 3-1.
Okay, I like it. I think there'll be goals in the game. I think someone commented earlier. I think Wrexham scored 23 goals in their first few games. Odds on that being 0-0 tomorrow. I mean, look, just don't lose again at home. I think for me, I wouldn't say I'll take a draw because that's not how I feel. But just let's not hopefully lose again tomorrow and try and get some home form going and accompany that magnificent away form we've had so far this season.
No, that's it. So I think we're pretty much done, aren't we?
Are we done?
I don't know. I'm more than happy to carry on unless there's another subject you want to go on to. But I'm there. Let me check my show notes, sir, and make sure that there's nothing there.
Going to read out some top fans. Who's the top fans today, mate?
Who do you think it's going to be?
Top fans. I'm going to go. I reckon Connor's going to be in there. I Am Mills commented a lot, and so is Kevin Millbrook today. Do you know what?
None of them are in the top 3.
Wow. Is Venom in there?
He is in there. Venom is in number 3. I need to get the top of the Pops music now, don't I? So in number 3 is Venom. Number 2 is Warren is... I don't know what that is. Is it Warren is Millwall, is it?
Anyway.
And number 1 is Stephen Lloyd. Connor is number 9. Daily Millwall is number 6. Our Debs is number 7. And right at the bottom of the list is some dickhead called Omar.
Whee! What a good comment too. I enjoyed that halftime break, mate. I managed to go outside, go get myself a drink. it was a nice little halftime break to our live shows.
Maybe we'll do one next week but we'll do it with players. We've got some player interviews and stuff. So yeah. And if you're a Wrexham fan and you're going to go sit in the Mill end, you might get one of these.
Can we end the show because Mickey's getting a bit too much here, guys? Anyway, thank you so much everyone for watching. I've really enjoyed tonight. Mickey, any final words, mate? Wrap up the show and say thank you everyone for watching, and also like the fucking video.
That's it. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much. We are back on Sunday night with A&J doing the post-match debrief. That'd be good. Make sure you give Jay some abuse for his predictions. That is it from us for another week from the live boys. I might not be here next week, next Friday, as it is my 50th. I will be potentially out with the family or something. I'll be doing something maybe. I might be here just because I might share it with you lot and we'll do a mad one. But yeah, no, I won't be.
Should we do that? Should we just get pissed off on it next Friday?
Yeah,
I mean, it's international.
We were going to do it, weren't we? And then it was like, I think Frankie's out and other things and all that, but we are going to do it. We are going to do it probably at some point, maybe towards the end of the month. We were going to have a night out. So yeah, maybe we might invite some of you, the ones we like. Bobby, not you, Bobby T, you know, not unless I get my aftershaves. So yeah, that's it. We are all done for another week. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, because a lot of you who watch this back aren't subscribed. If you listen to this tomorrow, as a podcast. At the beginning or at the end, I'll drop you a couple of little Easter eggs. So you'll have to tune in for that to see what they are. Other than that, we're done. You're done. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to Katie from Pledge Ball. Please, everyone, go on the site and make a pledge, and go from there. It seems like it's a really good film. We've got a trophy to carry on with. So yeah, job done. Thank you very much. Everyone said yes. Kevin, the big 50 next Friday, mate.
Come on, you Lions.
I'm the oldest fucker on the podcast. We're done.
Oh, giddy up and get away. Oh, we're going Millwall and we're going today. Here we go.